Hello, everybody. Accureye here, and welcome back to what will probably be the last episode of the Adventure Mode series. As what happened after this is I lost the last two videos that I was going to do, which was going to be the Emperor or the end game, and then of course my little talk to you after we beat Adventure Mode. So, unfortunately, those were lost in production. I accidentally deleted them. So, yeah, this will be the last video. But I will give you some tips once you get to the end game, as you might accidentally mess up all your progress. And that would mean that you'd have to do all of these chapters all over again. And let's face it, you do not want to do all these chapters all over again. You insolent, pitiful, insignificant ant. Do not arouse the wrath of the great Maxwell. You will regret coming any further. Maxwell is not happy with us. So, here we are in darkness. Darkness is a all nighttime map. It will always be nighttime all the way through. You will not have a chance to really find the daytime at all. There's no full moon, and it's basically going to be nighttime all the time. So, first things first, as per usual, pick up as much twigs, grass, and logs or whatever you need as you can. Food also would be something that you could probably consider, but again, this is the last map. You'll probably want to get through this map as quickly as you can. There's no real reason for you to lurk around or even just do anything other than maybe trying to look for all the items. So, I mean, obviously that's a thing, and that's something that you'll have to deal with, and you'll have to make a chance out of. Now, obviously, as before, per usual ordeal, grab all the food you can, and grab any possible weapons that you can, as you may need your weapons going forward into this map. This is the last map. This is going to be the hardest, most difficult map to go through. I would keep a torch anyway, just in case, because you never know if you'll need a torch. But for the most part, you're going to be using your miner's cap throughout the entirety of this particular adventure mode. So here we go with my walking cane, and we're going to go off and look around. Now, like I said, just, the pretty usual ordeal. Grab all the items you can, like, grass, twigs, saplings, and, grab your sandy, get your sandy up if you need to, and then just kind of explore the map as you see fit. So you'll see me grab a lot of fireflies and stuff. You may see me make some items. But for the most part, I'm going to be running through this map because there's really nothing that I need for say. For say, there's nothing that I need. So, obviously, I'm going to be just running through this map as quickly as possible. Anyway, I will meet you guys back once we've found something interesting like one of the items. Because, as it is right now, there's really nothing interesting going on. You're just going to see me basically walking around, grabbing all the basic stuff. And there you see me run into a merm, which was kind of a surprise to me. Obviously, I'm picking up flint. I'm picking up the basic supplies and the basic materials just so that I can build some fighting items. Because, obviously, there's going to be a time where I might need a fight. So, yeah. But with that being said, I'll meet you guys back once I've found one of the items. Okay, I've decided to meet you guys back here because while I'm exploring, grabbing fireflies and stuff, I thought I'd point out these lights, which are the Maxwell Lights. Now, you're probably thinking, Accureye, what are these Maxwell Lights for? What are they used for? Well, the Maxwell Lights are basically like a little light source for you to use and for you to utilize while you're exploring the map. Now, be careful if you do see tentacles of any sort here. But these Maxwell Lights are basically an unlimited light source that you can use to your own benefit to basically protect yourself from being attacked by Charlie. After all, Charlie can still attack you. But for the most part, you're going to be probably exploring this map. I doubt you'll ever base in this game. But if you do, you do. But overall, here, I'm just basically like, I ran out of silk, so I was like, okay, I gotta look for some silk, and I've gotta rebuild my of course what you call it, my net. But here you see me kind of pick up some fish and food because obviously, like it is, I wanted the fish and food just so that people could, just so that I could, get, all the food that I needed. But yeah, there you saw me put down a fish so I could get the worms to attack the spiders. And I mean, if you're playing Weber, that is something that you might want to consider. Here, I mean, obviously, I'm just gathering up food and stuff, but I will meet you guys back once I find one of the items. As you probably have noticed, I use these Maxwell Lights, of course, to keep safe, and just, if I need to, for hunger. But anyway, with that being said, I will meet you guys back once we find one of the items. Alright, so here we are. We're getting close to an item. I've been wandering for a while. I gathered up some gold and stuff just so I could, get myself prepared for the coming adventure. And there you go. You see, we got the ring thing, which is the first item on our list. And here I'm refilling my miner's cap. And I decided to burn those ring of evil flowers because, I mean, no one likes evil flowers. Who likes the evil flowers? Seriously. I'm joking. I actually like those evil flowers. But because they were going to drain my sanity, I ended up just, deleting them. And here I'm like, my sanity was really low, so I was just like, I gotta create a science machine and also shave my beard for the silk. Because, I mean, there's no real reason for me to keep the old beard now. I got through all the hard times on on winter, so it was like, yeah, I didn't really need the beard anymore, and I ended up creating some nets with that silk and of course the rope. I created 2 nets here because I thought that it would be better to make sure I could collect as many fireflies as I could, and then I just started cooking all this monster meat so I could eat food, because, I mean, let's face it, obviously, you're going to need a lot of food when you're playing this adventure mode, and as you go through adventure mode, food becomes somewhat of an oddly hard thing to find, but, I mean, overall, I just ended up kind of cooking all the food and just kind of stuffing my little face before going on the road again, and I know, it's been a while since you've seen clean-faced Weber, but I mean, like it is. If you start growing the beard at first, don't shave your beard until you kind of get into darkness. That way, you can at least be sure to have you have full insulation at the beginning or throughout the entirety of the adventure mode. That's of course if you're Weber. As you'll see here, I saw these fireflies and I was like, I gotta catch these things just in case. So anyway, I will meet you guys back as soon as we find the next item on the list. So I'll meet you guys back then. Alright, we've been wandering for a little while and we got close to the next item, which is, what is this item? Oh, it's the box thing. So as you see, we picked up the box thing, and I just decided to throw these spells away because we don't really have a whole lot of room for items right now. I was kind of picking up items and stuff, and I pick up the slightly broken spear there just as a little bit of an attack item to use instead of trying to, of course, build my own spear. I just decided, hey, you might as well just pick up what I can and utilize what I can because, I mean, obviously, at this point, we're basically just running through the map. There's really no reason to, as I've stated earlier, there's really no reason for you to design anything or even really, realistically, put your effort into prototyping anything because, again, this is in-game. Basically, this is in-game. This is your final adventure, and this is your final chance to really take down Maxwell. So, realistically, all you really want is fireflies and, of course, your miner's cap. If you don't have your miner's cap, hopefully you will be able to build it as quickly as you can. Because, again, the miner's cap will save you a lot of time in adventure mode, especially in darkness, from trying to find grass, twigs, and just being able to survive off torches. Now, luckily, adventure mode does give you, this particular adventure mode does give you enough chances to find fireflies, as they're pretty much and practically everywhere. But again, if you can't help it, I would suggest that you, have your miner's cap basically ready to go throughout the entirety of this map. Anyway, I will meet you guys back as soon as we find the next item. Okay, we are back. And, we're getting close to the next item, which is a pig house, which means that it's the crane thing nearby. Yep, there it is. The crane thing was nearby us, and I realized that we didn't have a lot of room for items, so I ended up just putting one of the fireflies that I got earlier during our adventure into my pocket and combined it, and I just ate that carrot so I could make sure that we had enough room for our next item, which here I just decided to put a trap down so I could catch some spiders and maybe hopefully get some more monster meat. Which, I mean, again, when you're doing this, just make sure that you're careful. If you're playing Weber, it shouldn't be that much of a problem, but, just like here, I'm just basically trying to catch some food so that I'm not hungry when I'm, when I'm playing, or when I'm, back at it. But I, of course, get some silk, and then I'm like, oh, man, come on. Really? Anyway, I will meet you guys back as soon as we find the last item on the list. So I will meet you guys back then. Alright, so we're back, and we're getting close to the final item on the list, which we are getting close, as as Weber says, or the box thing says. And what is this final item? Well, if you guys already know the order, then it's the Mel Potato thing. And yes, the Mel Potato thing was our last item on the list. Here I was grabbing some ice just to eat because I was getting hungry, and I had done a lot of wandering. So throughout the time that we were gone, I did a lot of wandering. I was looking through items. I was trying to figure out what I needed left, and we finally found all 4 items that we need. Now here I'm organizing my inventory, and you're probably thinking, Accureye, why are you reorganizing your inventory? What's the point of reorganizing your inventory? Well, eventually, as you'll see here, I'm preparing to basically get ready for a fight. I was worried that I would need more some log suits, because I was worried that we were going to go through something which was a clockwork trap, which was basically a bunch of clockworks waiting to attack us. So I was like preparing as many log suits as I could just to be prepared for that attack. It didn't turn out, well, you'll see what happened. You'll end up seeing what happened. And, it was actually less of a worry than I thought it would be. But I got prepared by preparing 3 log suits just in case I did need to, get a close, just in case there was a bit of a close shave in the area. But as it is, you'll see that my worries were not really needed. I didn't really need that many log suits. In fact, I didn't need them at all. So, yeah, my worries for the being attacked by clockworks were not there, or were not, did not happen. And if you're thinking that you could find Weber in this area, you can, or Wes in this area, you cannot. Once you reach Chapter 5, you've lost all chances to possibly find Wes in your adventure mode adventure, because the last area does not spawn Wes. Anyway, I will meet you guys back as we near the ring thing, or where we're going to assemble the machine. Alright, so here we are at the final assembly of the building. And as you have noticed, I gave up my, of course, I gave up my backpack for of course, the armor. And while I didn't meet a whole bunch of clockworks like I was worried I would, I did end up having a little bit of a fight here. And luckily, I did create the log suits where I did. As you can see, my backpack's sitting there, but Luckily, I got lucky and I didn't have to give up my backpack completely. But it still was a bit tough to get through this final part and just assemble the thing for the last time. But let me give you some tips. Now that we're in this last part and you'll see me build the machine, I want to give you guys some last tips on when you reach in-game or the final chapter, aka checkmate. When you reach checkmate, there are a few things I will suggest that you do not do when you get into that. One, you're going to see some Maxwell statues. Do not destroy those Maxwell statues. I know it may seem tempting to destroy those Maxwell statues because maybe you're thinking, oh, I can get Wes, right? No, you cannot get Wes. When you get into checkmate, Maxwell statues are basically kryptonite. They are basically what's going to end up destroying your, destroying you completely. So, don't destroy any Maxwell statues if you can help it. With that also being said, I will also suggest that you make sure to keep your miner's cap as I have during this last part because, again, it's going to become a good thing to keep around, especially when you are exploring, if you decide to explore Maxwell's little imprisonment. But other than that, you're pretty much good to go. You've pretty much done everything you can. Now, if you do destroy Maxwell's statue, let's just say if you're curious, then I'm going to leave you to your curiosity. But just note that if you do destroy a Maxwell statue in checkmate, you will have to redo adventure mode all over again. So, consider that a fair warning when you do enter checkmate. But with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys to me building the final statue. And yeah, congratulations if you did make it this far and you did beat adventure mode. Because at this point, you've officially beat adventure mode. And of course, with that having been said, you officially are done with the, you've pretty much done everything you can in this game. Everything that you've been taught has been put to full effect, and you are officially considered part of the 0.5% in PlayStation who have actually completed adventure mode. And yes, in PlayStation alone, there's only been about 0.5%, a little under 1% that have actually ever completed adventure mode. So, if that has happened, congratulations. But with that being said, you all see me put together the last little bit of what I'm bringing into adventure mode or into checkmate. And with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification because I know you want to know when my next video drops next. Good job being in adventure mode. Congratulations if you did. And I will leave you to the last little bit of the adventure mode for you to be surprised by. Because I will not show checkmate since checkmate was messed up for me when I played it. But, I will leave you to finishing checkmate and unlocking Maxwell. But with that being said, congratulations if you did beat Maxwell. And, good job being in adventure mode. You did it. You basically beat the game, in a sense. Not really, but you did do exactly everything that nobody else could have done, unless they were up for the challenge. And yeah, with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you for watching today. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification because I know you want to know when my next video drops next. I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. I am live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure. But lately I've also been live on Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday are usually 2 to 3 hour streams. Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday I usually try to do about 4 to 5 hour stream. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you for watching today. And until the next one, everybody, this is Accureye signing out and saying farewell, everyone.